Welcome everybody, my name is Michael, and today we are discussing about the fact that Bitcoin is going down to $10,000, most likely. Now, if it does go down to $10,000, we are now approaching territory, and we've already approached territory where we're talking about liquidations. We're talking about large multi-billion-dollar corporations that are unfortunately unable to support their own selves and will turn insolvent. So, MicroStrategy, the liquidation that we were talking about, that wouldn't happen with MicroStrategy because they still have the reserves where they're purchasing Bitcoin, and with their leverage, with their margin trading, they had an X amount of Bitcoins, and when it would reach X amount, 20,000, 21,000, 19,000, whatever it is, they would have to put in more or risk losing everything, which they did put in more. But there's other companies like Celsius that if it reaches 13,000, whatever it is, they won't be able to put in more. That's it. They're going bankrupt at that point. So that's it. We've officially reached new territory. We've fallen down to $17,700. Right now we are at 19,000, but this is quite a bit lower than where we were. We're below $20,000, which is the previous all-time high. But when you take inflation into account, the fact that we dropped down to 17,700 is similar to like dropping down to 15,000 back then a couple years ago, due to the fact that the dollar every single year it's losing value and it's getting worse, and now there's massive inflation and there's massive panic in the markets because we have no idea what we're going to do. But remember how our parents lived through the 2008 recession? That is pretty much what's happening right now. And there's a lot of economists that are saying, you know what, it's not a recession just yet. But it definitely feels like one. And things have definitely slowed down for every facet of life. And people are now trying to hold on to their money tighter. And it is definitely not great financially, to say it shortly. But with cryptocurrency, no matter where we go, no matter where Bitcoin goes, whether it goes down to $10,000, $15,000, $5,000, it may just happen. Who knows? We've seen it all in Bitcoin and crypto land. I think we still will hit 100,000 by the end of the year. Woo! Okay, that is a little crazy right now, especially where we are. But it could happen. There's a small chance, and every single day we're approaching the end of the year, and every single day we're also decreasing the chances that we hit $100,000 by the end of this year. But within the next 2-3 years, it is most definitely possible. And at worst case scenario, Bitcoin halving, here we come. That's when we're going to go back into the bull market, most likely after that. But the main reason we're dropping like flies right now is because this is the first time cryptocurrency is dropping and having a massive crash, while the world is also having a crash. Because before, there was small little panics here and there, but for the most part, everything was growing. Just take a look at the Dow Jones, the S&P 500. A lot of people's index funds that they were investing, their retirement accounts, 401ks, all of that was going up for the past 10 years. For the most part, there was a couple hiccups here and there, but now everything's falling down like crazy, and it's going to fall down a lot worse. And people are freaking out because now it's like double the pace that it's dropping. So people who were over leveraged, they lost it all, and some are in debt right now, and things will continue to get worse. I 100% believe that this is not the end. We are nowhere near the end. Now, I would be very gladly surprised if suddenly things turned around, but I definitely think we can hit 15,000 and 10,000, and woo, we're going to move the goalposts. And either way, people may call us crazy, but we're still going to believe in crypto. Even if it goes back down to $1,000, Bitcoin is still going to be here. Now, whether it's going to be number one by the end of the decade, we are uncertain about that. There might be other cryptocurrencies that beat it, but crypto is here to stay. Bitcoin is here to stay. I don't know if it's going to stay number one. Probably everything will remain the way it is right now, apart from the fact that 90% of these projects that are worthless, all these altcoins, will disappear. And to be quite honest, it's a good thing. It was well overdue. There's a lot of people who are very foolish, and, well, it is a cleansing of the markets, and people, the dumb money has, well, it's gone. See ya, goodbye. NFTs and DeFi, only what is important will remain. And that's a good thing. Overall, at the long-term picture, we have to care about the crypto environment, and going mainstream is great, but there's a lot of negative downsides to it. So what will we do to be able to survive this? We have to get into a period of stability, but before then, it's going to be crashing around us like crazy. And that is happening right now. And I think it can get a whole lot worse. We have just dropped, we're close to $2.5 trillion that have just vanished. So we're now approaching 800 billion across 20,000 cryptocurrencies. And there's a lot of scams that are coming up every single day now. And there's going to be 100, 2,000, 15,000 more rug pulls to happen. But you know what will follow after this? Prosperity. Now, for most projects, they are gone. They're going to vanish. But for the ones that actually are changing the world for the better, well, there's a lot of opportunity to make millions of dollars if you invest right now.